check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come I need rest? No recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They should take it to 10. Hey.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game.
Let's go, let's go! Set, 250. Omaha, ready, move.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
32. Everyone's got 4 down. Watch 9, watch 9.
The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
Set, 280. 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. Just alert. Something right. Slam.
Stafford on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Kill. Hey. Hey, check 24. Check. Fresno. Behind.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Check. Monday.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 40.
Let's go.
13 yards on the play. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
Okay. Check 55, Mike. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
20. Go.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. Check 55. You ain't got nothing.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida, 47 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they described that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. On 1st down, Stafford here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
That incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Showing it. Hey, 54.
To throw again, Stafford. And he'll find Hall. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Williams. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Set, 280. Mike's 59. Down to lose 1.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
10. White. Greystone, travel.
On first down, Williams. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's been a long day for you. Hey,
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
set, 180. So don't say nothing. Hey, easy.
On second down, it's Hunt. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. Room to run inside the 40. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Stafford, there goes a deep ball, end zone, as his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, it's Hunt. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A give to Williams, running right. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
20.
They run with Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Watch 55. I got one. 36. Check 24. Check. Lucky.
Here's Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Here's Newton. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
20.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Breida. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense? Right?
Yeah.
If
you
you know,
in on him.
Right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him. They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now it's Breida, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
This is Breida. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Check 9, check 9.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Let's see what you got.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
No. Off. 49, check 49, check 49. You got tight.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Again, it's Williams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside. They didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run it down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 5. Hey, echo. You gonna see me in your night.
From the 30 on second down. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, 5-0. Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Stafford's pass, intended for Kenny Golladay, incomplete. Byron Jones on
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Prater's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back and forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
16, Eagles 14.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Kill. Check.
Breida, he'll try the right side. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. This is caught by Jackson. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. It's time to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Tight dog.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Get him, boy.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a give running left is Breida. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On the run, this is Hunt. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. There he goes, right side. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Ready.
Check 50.
Bravo.
Now a first down throw. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Jones bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, you got 3. Three down. Check three. Double right.
52. Mike 52. Stop your whining.
They'll run for it with Pumphrey. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get this.
20.
Check the clock now. Check 13.
Watch twist.
On the handoff, this is Breida. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard. You hit the 35. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. Now a give to Breida. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch.
Express.
Let's go. Right here. Watch the edge.
Now they try the right side here. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
A 47-yard attempt.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
47, ready, Mike 47. I'm not ready. Get it.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Alert flare. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 52.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This one from 46 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Stanford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. T.J. Green with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Check Mike 47. You better bring it. You better bring it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
SOS.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. Look at this. across middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Matt Breida, 28 yards. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Monday. Hey, Charlie.
One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished.